Hey Bells, it's Cheyenne. If you want to see how I created this look, please keep watching this video. Stay tuned. Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you to all that have subscribed and new subscribers, and even those that haven't, who just like to watch. Today I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do a fill or a complete change of color, dip powder color, on jelly tip nails. So basically like a refill that you would do on acrylic. We are going to see the process of how you would get that done with having a gel color already on jelly tips and then changing the color to a new gel color. So this is the drill bit that I use from Kiara Sky products. All of my drill bits are from Kiara Sky nails, as well as my drill. This dust lamp is from Amazon. I don't remember the exact link, but if I am able to find it, I'll put it in the description box down below. So first you want to take your round bit and you want to take a medium or coarse bit. That way you can get all of the top coat and gel product off of your nails safely. The round bit is my preferred because when you're going around the cuticle area, you want to be careful, right? You don't want to nick or cut your cuticle area. So this round bit is perfect for that, perfect for removing product. I usually have my speed on 6 to 8 RPMs, I believe. And once you have gone around your cuticle area, you just want to use a sweeping motion to get the top coat off of whatever product you use. In this case, this was a dip powder. So I am starting to kind of flush the nail from the new to the new growth area. You don't want to leave a huge bump or a hump from your new growth to where the product starts from that new growth area. So you want to kind of make that flush. That way when you do your fill, in this case with jelly tips, I'm going to end up using the gel base to make that area flush again. So you want to make sure you file the product flush in that area. So once you've completely taken off the product with your drill, use a buffer to get whatever leftover product that didn't come off with your drill. And this also helps that area become flush from the new growth to the original nail that was there. So this is Kiara Sky's pink buffers. I love these buffers. They are perfect for gripping. They are really just the perfect size. So if you don't have any buffers that you prefer, go ahead and take a look at their website because they do have nail buffers and they do have nail files. So once you've done with that, you can go ahead and trim your nails to your liking. I'm going to trim down these almond shaped nails because they've grown out quite a bit and they are getting too long for work. At work, we have a standard size of length you can have on your nails. No, it sounds crazy, but that is the military. You know, everything has to be uniform, so we can't unfortunately walk around with extremely long nails. So I have to trim these bad boys down. I do want to keep the almond shape, so that's why I am trimming at an angle instead of trimming straight across, because if you trim almond shaped nails straight across, you're going to end up getting a coffin look. If that's what you want to do, you can do that as well. So this is a Kiara Sky 80 grit nail file, and this is going to be your coarser nail file. You want to use this for filing and shaping. Your 100 grit nail files are a little softer. That's more so for buffing your natural nail surface. So again, the 80 grit is best used for shaping. So I'm just going to do the sweeping motion across the top of the nail to get my almond shape back to my liking. And of course, you want to go ahead and follow the side walls so that it's uniform. You want to do this to all of your nails. I know my nails look dirty. That's the underside of my nails. You can clean your underside of your nails with the drill bit, the undernail drill bit. So it's not anything like a bacteria infection or anything like that. It's just dirt or probably a food color stain from cooking or something of the nature. So this is your cuticle bit you want to use to go ahead and clean up that cuticle area. With a fill on the jelly tips, you can cut your cuticle areas using cuticle softener and then going through and using the cuticle clippers. However, when I'm doing a fill, I don't like to go back and cut my cuticles because they haven't completely grown out to the point where you want to cut them. You never want to cut them completely off. You want to make sure that you have some type of cuticle there. So using the cuticle cleaner, the cuticle bit is safer for just cleaning up that area and getting any dead skin off of the nail bed. That way the new product adheres and you don't have any lifting. And that is one of the key tips to not having lifting, is cleaning your nail bed in the cuticle area. So now we're just going to go ahead and use your prep and prime that is included in the jelly tip kit. They are labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's kind of hard to, make that mistake. But after you use your prep and primer, you're going to go ahead and start the process as if you would do any other dipping set. Now that you have your nail bit completely free, you're going to do a layer of builder gel just to rebuild that surface and to make it a smooth transition, as if it's still just a new jelly tip cover that you put on your nails. This is a key tip when you're doing the refill. You want to use the builder gel to build up the rest of that nail from the tip in the new growth area. That way when you apply your new gel polish or your new dip color, it's smooth. It's not like a dip off from where the cover tip, the jelly cover tip, and the new growth is in between. So this also helps with the strength of the nail, using builder gel to just overlay on the jelly tip. This also gives you strength back into the nail. That way you won't easily bend them or break them on the new set. So once you're done with that, you want to go ahead and cure for 30 to 60 seconds. And here you can see how it looks like one smooth cover tip again. And then you want to take your lint-free towel and rubbing alcohol to get the sticky layer off of the builder gel. Builder gel does have a sticky layer after it's cured, so you want to make sure that you remove that sticky layer, and then you can go ahead and start with your application. And here again, I'm just showing you that smooth transition, that smooth surface, and you no longer have a dip or groove from the jelly cover and then the new growth. You can either use a nail file, a nail buffer, or your drill to rough up the surface. You want to make sure after you do the overlay of builder gel that you rough up the surface. If you don't rough up the surface, your product is not gonna stick for too long. It might adhere when you apply it, but you might end up having lifting or a complete pop off by the end of the week. So please rough the surface if you do a builder gel overlay. Here I'm showing you guys the dip product that I'm using, this dip color. I loved this dip color. It's such a different pink to me. It's like that in between. I don't know how to explain it, if it's like a neon pink, but it's kind of a clearish pink. but like a medium pink color, kind of like from if you use a medium pink to do your French tip. That's what this pink reminded me of, and it was just so cute to me. I usually don't like pink colors or pink nails. I'm not a huge pink girl, so this pink was right up my alley. It was like a darker, different pink, I would say. It's not a hot pink, so yeah. So you want to do your dip application like you would normally. However, in the case of doing an overlay with the jelly tip and builder gel, you don't need to start halfway or 3/4 down the nail and then an inch from the cuticle area and then, a full application. If you do that, your nails are going to end up looking bulky. So my tip is to go 1/2 inch or like 1 centimeter from the cuticle area, do your first coat, and then do a full polish application or a base application, and then do your second coat. That way it looks, still natural. It doesn't look extremely acrylic like. It doesn't, it looks natural. It looks like a natural nail with polish on it versus having the huge curve. Or see, if that's your preference, please go ahead and do the 3 steps. But if you don't want a huge curve, then you might only want to do 1/2 inch to 1 inch from the cuticle for your first application, and then go back and do your full application. So once you have done your 2 coats of your color of choice, you're going to go ahead and still protect that dip powder, because of course it's still dip powder, so you want to harden the dip powder. You want to do this on all 10 nails, and then you can go ahead and move on to your next steps. Of course, after you use Still Protect, you want to wait about 10 to 15 seconds just to make sure it hardens all the way through, because if you do not wait and you go immediately into filing, the dip powder is going to start to chip away and lift off because it's not completely like hardened or cured. So once you've done that, you want to go ahead and grab whatever file of your choice. If you prefer to start with drilling or shaping, it's up to you. My preference is I like to shape before I smooth my surface. So I'm going to take my 80 grit nail file and go ahead and just reshape my almond shape, because with dip powder, your edges can end up, being, what's the word I'm looking for? Your edges can end up being like rigid. You can have powder in certain areas that you might not need to. So you want to go ahead and reshape and refile your nails. So for smoothing purposes with dip powder on jelly tips, I love to use a buffer bit. This is I believe it's a medium bit. I can't remember, but you want to use this, not buffer, but you want to use this bit because it roughs the surface. And when I do dip powder on jelly tips, I like to use my top coat, my gel top coat. So you always want to rough. This is a key tip when you're doing dip powder, no matter what you're doing it on, and you want to use a gel top coat, make sure you rough, don't buff. If your surface is smooth, the gel is not going to adhere to the dip powder, and it's just going to peel off by the end of the week. So always rough the surface if you're going to use a clear gel top coat. And of course, we're using Kiara Sky's non-white top coat. This top coat is perfect for anybody who doesn't feel like they need to or want to wipe off a sticky layer, and it's a great shine. So if you don't have it already, go pick it up. It's an awesome top coat. So you just want to go ahead and make sure that you aren't, over applying in the cuticle area and around the side walls. And if you do, you can always clean it up with a fine brush and alcohol. That's what I use if I ever get any gel polish or gel top coat on my cuticle area or sidewalls. And then once you're done applying your top coat of choice, you're going to want to go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. And you can see just how beautiful that color is. And that top coat is really shining. Also, if you have any suggestions on new videos that you would like for me to do, please leave them down in the comment section down below, and I will try my best to get to them. Of course, this is the cuticle area oil I always use. Kiara Sky does now have their own cuticle oil products. However, I just have not gotten to get into them. But yeah, this is the end of a dip powder fill on jelly tips. Please let me know what you guys think. Comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. If you do, let me know what I should do differently. And y'all stay tuned for the next video. I should be posting more soon. And I will see you guys later. Peace.